Audrey Werro. She is 22 years old. She comes from Switzerland, and she was not supposed to win this race because standing next to her was Keely Hodgkinson, Olympic champion, world indoor record holder. The woman who came to Stockholm calling her word for 2026 dominations. What happened down that home straight redrew the map of women's middle distance running. Audrey Werro was born on March 27, 2004 in Freiburg, Switzerland. She turned 22 years old just 3 months before this race. By any measure, she was still a young athlete building toward what she hoped would be a long career. Her personal best coming into June 2026 was 1 minute 55.91 seconds, a national record she had set when she won the Diamond League final in Zurich in August 2025. That time was impressive. It confirmed her place as a serious threat in the global 800 meters. But it also put her in a category clearly below the Olympic champion. Her junior career built steadily. She won the European Under-20 Championships in 2021 at 17, reached the World Under-20 final in Cali in 2022, and finished second, and won European Under-20 gold again in 2023. By the time she qualified for the Paris 2024 Olympics at 20 years old, she was still learning what the senior level required. 2025 changed the conversation. Werro won the Diamond League final on home soil in Zurich in 1 minute 55.91, a new Swiss national record. Only Hodgkinson had beaten that time in 2025. At the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo, Werro reached the final. She was ranked third in the world. She had become the kind of runner that Hodgkinson needed to take seriously. But nobody had beaten Hodgkinson yet, not outdoors. Not in a season opener, not on a night when the world was watching. Keely Hodgkinson had a year in 2025 that would have broken most athletes. She tore her hamstring in February, just days before her own event in Birmingham, then tore the other in May. She did not race again until August. 376 days passed between her Paris gold and her next competitive 800 meter. She came back at Lausanne in August 2025, won in 1 minute 54.74 seconds, and still collected a World Championships bronze in Tokyo that fall. When the indoor season opened in 2026, Hodgkinson arrived with a different word. She called it domination. On February 19th in Lieven, France, she broke the women's indoor 800-meter world record with 1 minute 54.87 seconds, erasing a mark that had stood for 24 years and had been set on the exact day she was born. The following month in Torun, Poland, she won the World Indoor Championships gold medal in a championship record of 1 minute 55.30 seconds. Switzerland's Werro took silver in 1 minute 56.64. Hodgkinson came to Stockholm on June 7th, having not lost an 800-meter race outdoors in recent memory. She came to Stockholm in only her first outdoor 800 of the season, which meant she was untested at this distance on an outdoor track in 2026. She ran a personal best of 51.14 seconds for 400 meters in Rome just 3 days earlier, sharpening her speed before the big push. She had a plan. The plan was London, July 18th, and a world record. Stockholm was supposed to be a step toward that goal. The target time for the Stockholm 800 meters was set at 1 minute 54 seconds. A pacemaker was in the field. The Bauhaus Galan at Stockholm Olympic Stadium was sold out, and Werro, in only her second outdoor race of the entire season, was the one who moved to track the pacemaker. She passed 400 meters in 55.54 seconds. That split was extraordinary. Running the first 400 of an 800-meter race in under 56 seconds requires a level of confidence that very few athletes possess in a major race, let alone in a season opener. Werro had it. She was in exactly the position she needed to be to close fast. Hodgkinson, the Olympic champion, kicked hard off the final bend. She took the lead. This was the moment everyone expected. Hodgkinson accelerating at the bell is one of the most feared sights in middle distance running. She surged down the back straight with the crowd rising behind her. She hit the final straight first. Werro came after her. She pulled even. she pushed past. She crossed the finish line in 1 minute 53.98 seconds, breaking the Diamond League record that had belonged to Caster Semenya for 8 years, and becoming only the third woman in recorded history to run under 1 minute 54 seconds. Hodgkinson crossed the line in 1 minute 54.33, a new British record and the fastest non-winning time ever run by any woman in the event's history. American Roisin Willis finished third in a personal best of 1 minute 57.56. Between first and second place sat 35 hundredths of a second. Between those 35 hundredths sat the biggest story in women's middle distance running in decades. Only 2 women in history have ever run faster than Audrey Werro did in Stockholm. The first is Nadezhda Olizarenko of the Soviet Union, who ran 1 minute 53.43 seconds to win Olympic gold in Moscow in 1980. The second is Jarmila Kratochvilova of Czechoslovakia, who set the current world record of 1 minute 53.28 seconds in Munich on July 26, 1983. That record has now stood for 43 years. It is the oldest individual world record in all of athletics. Werro's time placed her third on the all-time list. Hodgkinson's time placed her sixth, overtaking her own previous British record of 1 minute 54.6, won from London in 2024. In a single race, Stockholm produced the third and sixth fastest women's 800-meter times in history. These were not just fast times for June. These were fast times by any measure in any era. Werro's previous personal best was 1 minute 55.91. She improved it by 1.93 seconds in a single race. Elite runners typically improve personal bests by fractions. Werro improved hers by nearly 2 seconds. In only her second race outdoors this season, Werro stood on the track and shook her head. She told the SRF microphone, "This time is crazy." Moments later, she expanded, "I still need to process. I am still in shock at this performance. Today I was in great shape. I was ready mentally and physically, so it was a good day for me. It was not my main goal to follow the pacemaker, but the race went like that. When they dropped out, I decided to follow Keely as long as possible, and I gave it everything I had." Hodgkinson showed exactly the kind of character that has made her one of the most respected athletes in the sport. "Massive respect to Audrey. That was incredible racing from her, and she helped me to run faster today," she said. "I was glad of her pushing me throughout the race and then fighting me to the line at the end. But I won't let that happen again. The European champs will be such a great battle between us, and it's so fun to be a part of such an exciting time for 800-meter running. She's getting the best out of me, and I still believe in myself. The world record is still my goal in London next month. I still believe I can do it." Hodgkinson will attempt to break Kratochvilova's world record at the London Diamond League on July 18th. She has the indoor world record. She has the world indoor title. She has everything except 70 hundredths of a second between her current British record and a mark that has stood since 1983. Her coaches believe the record is coming. She believes it too.